Hello and welcome to a community conversation about the arts, specifically the Larchmont Arts Festival. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media, and we're going to talk today with the co-directors of the festival, Jill Brennick and Carrie Federspiel, and Melinda Bowie, who is the featured artist in the festival. So Jill and Carrie, welcome, and can you tell us about the festival?
Sure. Good morning, and thank you for having us this morning on LMC-TV, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here. The Larchmont Arts Festival is this Saturday, October 1st, and it will be held in Constitution Park. The hours are noon to 5 o'clock. We have about 80 artists attending the festival, and they're from all around the county. Many of them are coming from Larchmont. We have a lot of local talent. Creativity is it's a real celebration, and this will be our 19th festival. Carrie, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Well, we offer a lot besides just the art. We have some music, live music, and we've been doing this for a long time. And Jill is a great organizer, and I'm along for the ride. I've pulled together a few things, but
It's a team.
It's a team. It's a team, and we're just really excited.
That's terrific.
Oh, the music.
Yeah.
So besides how many artists you said?
About 80 artists.
About 80
yeah.
artists.
Mhm.
We have music in the gazebo. We have lined up, we have the Larchmont Music Academy Jazz Ensemble, the Mamaroneck High School Chamber Orchestra, and some Mamaroneck High School choral groups. Plus, we do have a young woman, singer-songwriter, Lauren Meehan, who will be joining us this year too.
A question for Melinda. You are a Mamaroneck artist?
I am.
And I see some of your work behind you. It features cattle.
Yes.
That work anyway. What's your inspiration for cattle?
So I'm originally from Texas, born and raised. I've been in New York for just over 20 years. I started painting cattle probably about 25 years ago. My grandparents had a farm which my parents now live on, and had a large herd of cattle that I started photographing once I left Texas, actually. And so I just fell in love with them. At the time, I was painting architecture, buildings and structures, and I found them really architectural. I started photographing them, got the results back, got the pictures back, and I just started drawing. And 20 years later, I'm still working with them. So a lot of these are not just from my parents' farm, but they're from other friends' farms throughout Texas. So it's been a fun adventure hunting cattle.
When you're at the festival on Saturday, you'll be able to talk to people about your work as well as like selling it as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love to talk about it. So it's encouraged. Please talk to me.
So Melinda is our featured artist this year. Every year we like to highlight and showcase one of our talented artists in the community. I've had the pleasure of meeting with Melinda in her art studio, and her work is just incredible. And we feel very lucky and fortunate that she's participating in the festival and that people can come and meet her and learn the stories behind the cattle, learn about Melinda's story. So it'll be a great opportunity to come and learn about art. And that's one of the wonderful things about the festival, is that people can meet the artists. They can learn about the process, the inspiration, the motivation, and get some really cool stuff for their home or jewelry to wear, or lots of beautiful things.
And we've been getting a lot of great feedback from people who have seen our poster around town, which features Melinda's work on it. And they ask, oh, is she the one who has her work in the Grange? And I say, yes. So people are excited because Melinda was featured at the Grange this year for Arts on the Avenues, which was put on by the Village and the Chamber of Commerce. So we're really happy that Melinda's going to be celebrated in Larchmont on a larger scale.
Mm-hmm.
How did the committee go about selecting artists? Was it anyone who wanted to exhibit, any craftspeople who wanted to come, or was it selective?
We are selective in that we make sure that the artists do produce the work that they bring. Especially we have artisan jewelers who come in. They're not allowed to resell someone else's work. So that's the main thing, is we really want original art. But we've found that most people that are interested in exhibiting are true artists. We have everything from more a little more crafty to very fine art, but most of it we would say is more affordable than you might find at some art festivals. We do have some on the higher end, but we kind of run the gamut. We find that a lot of people they might buy things for their homes, or they might buy things for gifts. We've found that a lot of the artists who participate sell work later on because they met patrons coming through, the patron liked their art and get their business card and sometimes even commission work.
There are a lot of galleries in Larchmont alone, aren't there?
We've been getting more and more galleries. And we also have Brooke Molinaroli, who has a gallery in her own home here in now. She's did a pretty extensive exhibit this year and last year, where she had art in the yard, and then she also has art in her home. And we're really happy that she is one of our sponsors this year. Also, we have the Lincoln Glen Gallery, which is new this year, and they've come on as a sponsor. So those are, Lincoln Glen is very new. Brooke's been here about 8 years, I think.
Sounds about right, yeah.
But we do have some other galleries in town. So I think Larchmont's kind of coming into the art world a bit.
Artsy kind of town, I'd have to say, yeah. One thing about Melinda, if you can share, Melinda, I know you've exhibited all around the world and in galleries and in Europe, and can you share a little bit about that?
About showing? Absolutely. I've been showing, I guess, professionally for about 15 to 20 years. I've had the opportunity to show throughout New York, tri-state area, obviously Texas, and in Italy, and in London. So it's great. The cows are kind of universal. They're everywhere. So it's been a really fun opportunity to do it, because usually somebody has a story or some sort of liking to a cow. So it brings up really good memories for people, and it's great conversation. I love telling my story. It's very, obviously very special to me. But it's been great showing all over the place, and it's been really well received. So I'm happy about that. They're pretty bright, happy paintings. So usually you get a smile at least. A lot of kids love them. Very colorful, like I said. And, you know, I think what you'll see this weekend is a little bit of a shift in the work that I've been working on for the past year. So this is kind of its debut, other than Instagram and a couple of things that I've posted. So I'm very excited to show Larchmont and Westchester a lot of the new work that's been coming out of my studio recently.
Well, speaking about the smiles from people and kids, are there arts activities for children? I mean, this is a nice family affair.
Yeah, that I was just going to mention that. Thank you for bringing that up. It is definitely a family-friendly event. It's a free event, and we do have kids' art activities. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, we always like to create an activity that sort of mimics what the featured artist does. So the kids will be creating cows, colorful ones with gel pens and chalks and all types of different materials. So they'll have an opportunity to meet the featured artist, Melinda, and then go over to the kids' art table and create their own Melinda-inspired cow drawing. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, and we also have One River School of Art. They're also from Larchmont. They're going to have a table as well.
Wow.
And we do have a beautiful little playground in the park. So all the art activities will be close to the playground to make it convenient for parents.
For people who don't know where Constitution Park is, give us a location.
It is right next to Village Hall or the fire department. It's across the street from the library. It's across the street from the French American School and St. Augustine's.
Do you have any parking advice for people who are coming?
There's if you can park in the neighborhood in Larchmont Manor. That Parking runs for 4 hours for free. If you park inside, in the village, like by the businesses, that's 2-hour parking and it's metered.
Will Larchmont Avenue be open?
Larchmont Avenue will be open for parking. We close it off for, we just close off some parking, but you can drive through Larchmont Avenue.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you all for being our guest today. And again, the Larchmont Arts Festival is Saturday, October the 1st, from 12 to 5. Hopefully there's no rain, but if there is, the rain date is the next day.